With the storms that we've been monitoring, there is now a new tornado warning for Lee, Pontotoc, and Itawamba counties in northeast Mississippi. These three counties here is Lee County, Pontotoc, and Itawamba. If we zoom into Pontotoc right now, the cell has made its way, this rotating part of the cell now in the eastern part of Pontotoc County. They're just to the southeast of the city of Pontotoc. Now, if we zoom in just a little bit closer, we can take a look at the inbound winds, the updraft really starting to strengthen right now on the southeastern side of Pontotoc. Here's that area of rotation. Now this to me shows that there is pretty strong rotation within this storm, especially because the heaviest part of the rain is now on the north side of the storm. We have so much wind coming from the south and east part of the storm on the bottom part of it, so that is actually lifting this rain up higher. So we have a dry slot right where this area of rotation is, and if we go ahead and pop on the velocity product, I would not be surprised if we saw a very strong couplet. And right there it is, this red zone of our outbound winds. If we pop a query on it, that is really strong. I wouldn't be surprised if it's over about 50 miles an hour in the strongest part of that rotation right in here where this red and green are just touching. Can we zoom in just a little bit closer so that way we can pinpoint where that is in relation to roads? So there's Valley Road right near Kings Highway. So here, this is when West Main Street turns in. Can we pop a road on this right up here? It is just to the south and east of Highway 278. So on the south side of that, this is moving off to the northeast. So everybody in Tupelo, make sure you are getting to your safe place right now. This warning extends off to the east and northeast. This is where that area of rotation is very strong. We have this area right here, this really bright red color of that strong wind right there touching that bright green color. And can we go ahead and pop on our correlation coefficient? This is going to help me diagnose where we might have a potential debris ball. Now what I look for when I first see this is I see these pink areas. Okay, this is where we have mostly rain falling because this product from scan to scan will compare all of the scans within themselves to each other, and if there's not much changing from that energy returned, that means that there's a uniform level of energy coming back, mainly from rain falling. But if we get to these cooler colors right there where the blue is, I would not be surprised if that confirms as a debris ball from a possible tornado touching down and sucking up some debris from trees, parts of homes, parts of the road and ground. Right in here, from scan to scan, it is changing a lot. We're not getting a very standard read on that energy coming back, and that means that we have a lot of tumbling stuff in the air. Could be hail, but I'm thinking it's most likely going to be a debris ball, because if we pop the regular radar base reflectivity data back on there, this is the zone where we have that really dry air and that updraft coming in from the bottom part of the storm up to the top part of the storm right here, starting to wrap in around itself. And that is where that strong area of rotation is. If we go ahead and put a forecast cone on it, I'll let you know where it is headed now. Definitely Tupelo, be on the lookout if you're in southeastern Pontotoc County, that especially southeast of the city there in southeastern Pontotoc, and Longview, Chesterville, Belden, as this now with the heaviest part of the rain starting to move off to the east-northeast, and the cell with the rotation and pretty strong indicator of a potential touchdown of tornado now with this next scan, that inbound wind, those updrafts really making themselves apparent as this is now crossing, just about to cross the line across Highway 278 into eastern Lee County towards Tupelo. Again, if you are in Tupelo, make sure you and your family is in your safe place. That is an interior room, no windows, and you're this lowest level of your home. If you have a basement, make sure you're protecting your heads. Make sure that you are crouched down and in a spot that you are able to stay in. If you still have power, make sure you bump up the volume on your television, and we will keep you updated as best we can from the other rooms, so that way you can kind of hear when this is headed towards you and when you are good to go in the clear of this warning. that includes the city of Pontotoc. Now the city of Pontotoc, still heavy rain, still a lot of lightning. You're probably hearing thunder, gusty winds, still possibly some hail, especially north and east of Pontotoc, but the city of Pontotoc itself clear from the tornado warning. Now that tornado is moving into Lee County across Highway 278. These circles indicating that strong area of rotation, especially as we have that updraft really making itself known on our radar. So can we zoom in again and put on the base velocity product that will show us where this couplet is, where those green and red winds are touching, and it is right where our radar is picking up on that rotation, and the reds touching the greens right here, a very strong indicator of a tornado that is present on radar. Still not showing impressive numbers, but that does not mean that we don't have rotation, because we still have a strong inbound wind and a strong outbound wind. Those winds are coming in different directions, and as they do, they start to rotate. So you have winds coming from one direction, winds coming in the other. When they meet, they start swirling around each other. That's when we notice that in the upper levels, and then that will get dragged down to the ground, and hence that is when the tornado is born. Just south of Highway 278, now moving into Tupelo, or into Lee County, including the city of Tupelo. Can we put one more cone on this storm and where the tornado is, so that way we can warn you guys one last time. If you hear your city name, even if you don't hear your particular city name, but you know you live close to one of these cities, make sure you get in your tornado safe zone. That is Chesterville, Belden, Mount Vernon, Flowerdale, and north of Tupelo. But I'm going to go ahead and say all of the city of Tupelo. If you are hearing this, get to your tornado safe place. We will continue to update you and preempt this program with more data that we get in. Thank you.